Hello Forest, welcome back to Mrs Hudson's kitchen. I hope you're all okay and have had a lovely half term. I'm ready to do some baking, are you? Today I thought we'd make some cupcakes because I love cupcakes. They're really delicious when they're straight out the oven. So what we're going to do is have a look at the equipment that we need first, then have a look at our ingredients, and then we'll get doing some baking. So the equipment that you'll need today is you'll need a mixing bowl and a sieve if you've got one. It doesn't matter if you haven't. Then you will need an electric hand whisk if you've got one. If you haven't, you can use a wooden spoon and lots of elbow grease. So an electric whisk, otherwise a wooden spoon. You also need a cupcake tray with some little cupcake cases inside, and then you just pop them in nice and straight. I've also got a spoon, and that will be to scoop my mixture into my cupcake cases a little bit later. So I think that's all the equipment that we need today. To start with, the ingredients that we need are 150 grams of caster sugar. So that's 150 grams of caster sugar, 150 grams of self-raising flour. That's 150 grams of self-raising flour, 150 grams of butter or margarine, whichever one you have in your fridge, and you need 3 eggs. So we're ready to start. So to start with, the first thing you do is you get your bowl and your sieve, and you're going to sieve that flour. And the reason that you sieve it is to get more air into the mixture. So I'm just going to tip all that lovely flour into my bowl and my sieve, and I'm going to shake it out. Oh, that went through quickly. So there we go. Let's give it one last tap to make sure it's all out. Pop that to the side, and we've got our sieved 150 grams of flour. So that's ready. The next thing we need to do is we need to pop the margarine or the butter and the sugar together. I'm going to pop them both in that bowl. So they're like that together. And then we're going to whisk them up with the electric hand whisk. So this is going to be a little bit noisy for a few seconds. So are you ready? I'm not going to do any talking while I do the whisking because it will be a bit noisy. So here we go. Just be careful. I'm just going to give those a tap, tap, tap on the side. And you're looking to get a fluffy white mixture like that. Okay, make sure all the butter and the sugar are mixed in together. So it looks like a little bit like cream, I suppose. Okay. If you haven't got an electric whisk, what you do is you squash the butter or the margarine against the side of the bowl and get that really soft to start with. Give it a really good mix, and then start adding the sugar in and mix it together and really whip it up, okay? Once you've done that, you will then need to add 1 egg at a time. Now, you can either crack your egg into a separate bowl, just in case you get any eggshell into it, or you can crack it straight into your bowl. And do you remember how to crack an egg? We tap 3 times. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, and then we can open it up and drop it in. Okay, so I've got 1 egg in my mixture, and followed by the egg, I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of my flour into the mixture too. Then I'm going to get my electric whisk again, and I'm just going to give it a very quick whisk. We don't want to whisk it too much now, because the more you whisk it now, the heavier your cakes will be. So we need to mix this quite quickly, just so it's all included into the mixture. So here we go. There we go, that didn't take very long, did it? We're going to go again with another egg, another bit of flour, another egg and another bit of flour. So 1, 2, 3. And there's my second egg and my second spoon of flour. And then we need to whisk it again. Here we go. That was nice and quick as well. Then we're going to go with our third egg. Should we tap it 3 times? 1, 2, 3. And, oh, that one's a bit tricky. And then crack it open. Then we're going with a spoon of flour. And this is our last time whisking with the electric whisk. So here we go. And that's that done. So that's it with the electric whisk. We have still got a little bit of flour left, so what I do with the flour that is remaining is I'll tip it in one big go. There isn't very much luck. And then I'm going to do something called folding the flour into the rest of the mixture. And to do that, if you get your spoon and you cut the mixture in half and then fold it round, turn your bowl, cut your mixture in half and fold it over. Turn it in half, fold it over. And this makes sure your cupcakes continue to have lots of air in them, which makes them nice and fluffy when you get them out the oven. So I'm just going to pop it down on the work surface to finish that off, because it's a bit easier for me to do down there. So here we go, cut it in half, fold it over, cut it in half, fold it over, until we've got a nice creamy cake mixture. Whilst I'm doing this, I just want to remind you at the beginning of any cooking, you need to make sure your surfaces are cleaned with antibacterial wipe and that you've washed your hands really well. I did all of that before I started today. Right, here we go then. So we have some lovely cake mixture here. There we go. That looks nice and creamy, doesn't it? And then we're going to take some time now to spoon this mixture into our cupcake cases. And I find that one of my cereal spoons that I use for my cereal in the morning is a perfect size to fill one of my cupcake cases. So I've got 12 here. I'm not sure how many it's going to fill, but we'll see in a moment. So I'm going to do one and then I'm going to show you how full it looks. There we go. So there's my first one done. I'm going to fill up my other cupcake cases. Shall we count how many we've got as we go? So we've done 1. This is number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. What comes next? That's right, number 6. Number 7. Number 8. We're nearly there. Number 9. Number 10. Number 11. And finally, the perfect amount of mixture for number 12. I'm just going to wash my hands because they're a little bit sticky after doing that. There we go. So we've now got all of our mixture in our 12 cupcake cases. You need to bake these at 160 degrees for approximately 20 minutes. You'll know when they're done because they look nice and golden brown and they're spongy to the touch, but remember to get an adult to help you when you're putting things in and out of the oven and to check if they're cooked. So I'll be back with you in 20 minutes to have a look at our cupcakes and then to try one. I can't wait. So I'll see you again in 20 minutes time. Welcome back everyone. The cupcakes are now out of the oven and they smell delicious. Let me show you what they look like. Here we go. 12 beautiful fluffy cupcakes. They're a little bit hot for me to eat, so I'll enjoy them later. You can decorate them if you want to. You can either drizzle some chocolate over the top, pop some sprinkles on, or you could pop some buttercream on if you want to make some buttercream. And the recipe for buttercream is 100 grams of butter or margarine, whatever you've got, and 200 grams of icing sugar. So that's for buttercream if you want to make that, and you whip it all up together so it's nice and creamy, and then you can put some sprinkles on the top. I actually prefer them plain and I like them when they're hot out of the oven. So enjoy making your cupcakes. I hope you've enjoyed the whole session and that you'll be able to make those with a little bit of help from your parents. Remember, pop your bakes up on the Bake Off page, and we've got a Star Baker of the Week every week on Assembly, so let's see who's going to be Star Baker this week. And let me know if there's any recipes you want me to cook for you in the future. Just send me a message and I'll have a go. So I'll see you again next time, you Lee Forest. Take care now. Bye.